What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Combat and Kick It with your host, Bando. You already know we talk everything combat sports as much as we can, but today I'm doing it a little bit different. I figured why not, with such fantastic matchups coming up in March. We got good ones coming up in April. Why not start doing something a little bit different and start breaking down some old fights of, up and coming fighters, people who are, getting ready to fight soon. So you got Jon Jones coming soon. You got Kamaru Usman's going to be fighting Leon Edwards for the third time. You got Justin Gaethje's return. All these people, I've talked about it a million times. A bunch of returns coming. Conor McGregor's return going to be later in the year. We're going to go through and rewatch some old fights of these guys because why not? You know what I'm saying? Why not switch it up a little bit instead of just sitting here and talking about fights that are, coming up and breaking stuff down and doing the same old, same old. We're going to switch it up a bit. So today we are watching Jon Jones versus Mauricio Shogun Rua. Now this is the night that Jon Jones becomes the UFC light heavyweight champion. And not only was it such a huge night because of him becoming champion, it was a fight that wasn't supposed to happen. That was originally a title shot that was meant to be for Rashad Evans. Jon Jones ends up beating Ryan Bader, gets granted the title shot, takes it. 24 years old, becomes the youngest UFC champion in history. I still think that it is unbroken, so I still think he is the youngest UFC champion in UFC history. So let's get into it. Let's watch this fight because it's a fantastic fight on Jon Jones's end. Look, if you never saw this fight, you're going to enjoy it. That's all I'm going to say. So let's get to the fight. Let's watch it. Let's kick back and let's enjoy. I don't know about you, but when it comes to watching a fight, I must be lit with a doinkski. So, let's get into the fight. Let's check this out. Jon Jones versus Mauricio Shogun Rua. A lot of people nowadays, they're not hip to Shogun. They're not hip to the skill set of Shogun. They're not hip to how exciting Shogun was at one point. Put on some of the most exciting fights with Dan Henderson. Huge finish, becoming Lyoto Machida's first loss. Just a fantastic career. A Pride champion, former light heavyweight UFC champion. Watch what Jon Jones does. Off rip, I just want to point something out right here. Jon Jones, 24 years old, first time ever in a championship fight, in a UFC championship fight, opens it up with a flying knee. Another thing I want to point out is look at the size difference between the two. Shogun looks like a middleweight low key. It's that Greco-Roman style with Jon Jones.
Get an underhook on the opposite leg. He's got half guard on the right. If Jones can get in position, his elbows are lethal. See him diving under? See him looking under? Look for him to attack with leg locks. Very good with him. Submitted Kevin Randall, and a very powerful wrestler with a brutal leg lock. He's throwing legs up, looking for a triangle. It's going to be very hard to do.
Now the thing is, Shogun does have good jiu-jitsu too. It had really good jiu-jitsu. It's just one of those things where you have this 6'4", 84-inch reach freaking animal on top of you. Young animal. What the fuck are you supposed to do?
Jones got a hold of his neck here. If he clasps those hands together, it could be problems for Shogun.
Jones finished Ryan Bader with the guillotine choke.
And Jake O'Brien put him to sleep as well.
Now see, here's another thing I'm curious. Is Jon going to do this with Ciryl Gane? Are we going to see a side of Jon that we haven't seen in a while? I don't think we've seen a peak Jon Jones wrestling in a long while. So if there's any fight where he's going to have to bring that out, it's probably going to be this Ciryl Gane one. So I'm curious to see. If he's going to resort to it, because I think Ciryl, tit for tat could stand with him for sure. But
Notice how he reaches with that underhook? That's what he wants to do. He wants to kick his hips under and dive under those legs, and in which time he will either try to sweep.
Nasty ass elbows.
Just at the base of Jon Jones. Jones is so strong. He will try to sweep, or he will try to switch to a leg lock.
Shogun Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt after only 4 years. Jones 12-1 in his MMA career.
Oh,
The elbow.
that was a nasty elbow.
Title fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
I guarantee you that Shogun, for the last 6 weeks, has been working off of his back. Knew that he was probably going to get taken down by this great wrestler.
It's crazy because when Jon opened up, when Jon first started, you know, you saw so much wrestling from Jon. Jon wrestled against Matt Hamill. Pretty sure he wrestled against Stephen Bonner. Wrestled against Shogun. I mean, I think he even wrestled against Chael Sonnen too in that matchup. Wrestled against DC. Like, he really, really put in the work against these guys. He wrestled the fuck out of Ryan Bader. Beat Ryan Bader's ass. Oh.
Jones looking to tee off.
Shogun's hurt. He's hurt, Mike. He's wobbled.
Jones again with the right hand.
Jon being patient, but Jon probably could have finished it right there.
Left in round 1.
Shogun's gassed out, but so Jon looks a little tired too, but
Look how wobbly he is.
Yeah, he took a big shot there against the cage.
I remember when Shogun won the belt 2010 against Lyoto Machida. I got that we bought that pay-per-view at the house here and sitting there watching it, and man, oh man, I was sick. I was sick. It blacked out. The screen blacked out the moment Shogun knocked out Lyoto Machida. Completely missed the knockout. Woke up with Lyoto Machida laying on the ground with a black eye. I was sickened. Sickened.
Another side kick to the knee.
What a start for Jones.
Jones sidekicks to the knee. Do you guys look at that as dirty?
Class bigger than Shogun.
Or do you look at that as just
Combination by Shogun.
motherfuckers don't know how to defend against it?
And a nice left hook by
You
Shogun.
spin an elbow, got caught.
He's going to dive under for a leg lock, and he locks
Missed.
the position. Very bad.
Under 30 seconds.
I think he just headbutted him in the stomach.
I think he did.
I think he did too, Joe. Because he did. He did just headbutt him in the stomach. Ain't that some shit?
15. Big first round for the challenger.
Yeah.
And
Jon
that knee to
Jones.
the body.
Yeah, vicious. He's just having his way with Shogun.
Round 2. Against one of the most dangerous men on the planet. Checked. Man, he's so forceful. That teep to the face.
That was
Anderson
clean.
Silva-like. Silva finished the fight against Belfort.
So not you, Shogun's just chasing.
Telegraphed it. Jon just ducked right out of the way.
Oh! He's so deadly in the clinch, man. He does whatever he wants to do in the clinch.
Against the cage, man, stuff like that. He's just
That's
so
another thing I'm interested in the matchup with Cyril because, like,
Limited potential.
And he looks very relaxed.
we've seen Cyril in close, you know, like engagements, but nothing in like clinch type of situations like Jon has success in. So I think if Jon could put Cyril's back up against the cage and do those types of engagements, I think Jon could have a good night.
And this is a 5-round fight.
But at the same time, we're talking about a completely different Jon Jones right here. Completely different Jon Jones.
Keeping him at distance with that left hand. Again to the
Needed a body.
Shogun tying up with the belt just does not seem like a good idea.
There was nothing that Joe. What'd you want him to do, Joe?
Engages.
What'd you want him to do? He couldn't do nothing that night.
Block those knees of Shogun when they were together. May of 2010, Shogun's last fight when he won the title against Machida.
I remember going all the way back to UFC Undisputed 2009, playing the demo when the demo would just give you Shogun Rua and Chuck Liddell. That's crazy.
He has to charge
It was so long ago, bro.
And that's the difference.
What the fuck?
Jon Jones is hitting him from Nice block.
The crazy thing is Shogun just retired. You got to give him props, man. You really do, because a lot of people that just became fans of him never understood actually like how talented and how skilled he was. A lot of people had him as a favor going into this fight.
To the body. There's the
One
leg
leg
kick.
kick and he takes it.
Big shot by Jones.
Truth be told, the original matchup between Shogun and Rashad Evans probably would have been more competitive. This one's, just a washout. All on Jon Jones' side. Like, Shogun's had no success.
Shogun's mouth and nose here, which is totally legal. But it really sucks for Shogun. When you're that exhausted,
Oh,
nice elbow.
I don't know if you noticed that, but the way Jon doesn't let you grab his wrist. Jon doesn't, he doesn't let him, he didn't let Shogun grab any wrist control. Only thing Shogun could do that night is defend. And I know it sounds like I'm riding the Jon Jones train, but look, I mean, it's a one-sided fight as much as it can be.
Jones throwing elbows to the body of Shogun.
I feel like there's a lot of shit, though, that Jon abandoned in his game, man. I feel like Jon was very willing to throw whatever, attempt whatever, try whatever, see what worked. Now he's a lot different. A lot different now.
Shogun's again trying to dive under. He's got that half guard. Jon Jones is not allowing it. Nice short elbow again from Jones.
And a lot of pressure with that left arm on the neck of Rua. Working from half guard. Jones consistent but also patient.
Little cereal milk luster pod by old pal. Shit slaps. Slaps. This was I don't even know. Oh, super sour orange.
Such a huge event for him. He's fine with it all.
That's just for my fellow potheads out there.
Shogun's trying to dive under with that underhook, but it's so hard to do on a bigger, stronger guy.
Damn, Herb. Herb, what do you have on your feet, dude? What the fuck is that? Knowing Herb Dean, he probably still has those, and this is 10 years later. We're a whole decade later. I'm willing to bet Herb Dean still has those shoes.
It's 2 rounds in the books for Jon Jones.
And Joe, if he had any
That
doubts,
drop down for a leg lock.
coming in, man, they left his mind with the way he started this fight, Jon Jones.
That's that shit.
Expected him to just do that.
Jon is wild.
Leg lock. I mean, that's how unpredictable this
That's what I'm
kid
saying.
is.
He doesn't do the same type. He's not as unpredictable as he once was.
Dominant rounds for Jones, but Shogun is a champion. for
Yeah,
a
so
reason.
Jon's easily up 2-0.
The heart of a champion. Man, we saw with Anderson Silva, round 5 against Chael Sonnen. Round 3.
But his fight's awesome too because it shows the start of an era for Jon Jones, like what he was really to become, and he lived up to what he was in his first fight, man, because he did that in his first title defense against Rampage. He puts Lyoto Machida to sleep. He beats Vitor Belfort, beats Chael Sonnen, big names, and then switched on to the next generation, the Gustafsons, the DCs, the Oven St. Preux. I know the OSP is not a huge win for him. It was for an interim belt, but still. Like every time Shogun shot for that, he failed. I mean, kind of got it right there. Still ended up on his back. Couldn't avoid being on his back.
In a bad position. He's got a Kimura attempt here. Shogun's in a lot of trouble if he can yank that up. It's a man against boys. I mean, this is just the story of every Jon Jones fight.
Greco-Roman All-American Junior College National Wrestling Champion. Was recruited to wrestle at Iowa State.
I want to see the version of Jon Jones that is a finisher, but at the same time, I feel like we're going to see such a veteran Jon Jones in this Cyril Gane fight that you're going to see the style of him just figuring out a way to win. But it's not gonna be easy, man. It's not gonna be easy because if you're going off of Jon Jones' last fight against Dominic Reyes,
Another big shot.
he showed holes, and I think striking wise, Shogun could easily poke through them.
Again, that he comes with those elbows, Joe. Generates so much force, so much torque. Comes at so many different angles.
John worked the body a lot too in this. You got to give him that. That shit works. Just like Yair Rodriguez against Josh Emmett, that shit works.
With a left hand.
Oh yeah, he fucked up his eye. You can see how swollen his face got immediately after that punch.
Elbows.
Oh.
Finish this fight.
Shogun's badly hurt, Mike.
Jon Jones. Looking to finish Shogun.
Herb, you could have stopped that. But knowing the shoes you wear, bro, I knew you weren't gonna stop it with those shoes, bro. No, I'm playing. It's cool. It's just some echoes, probably. It is all over. Johnny Bones Jones. So there you have it, everybody. For those who have never seen that fight, you got to watch it with your boy Bando. It's an amazing fight. I mean, in terms of seeing that changing of the guard and you know, seeing what Jon Jones was to be. He showed out, and he showed in, like I said, in every title defense that he had, that, you know, he truly is skilled. Unfortunately, a lot of bumps in the road with his career, a lot of problems outside, a lot of cocaine problems, steroid problems. I hope all problems are cleared. We get a clean, healthy Jon Jones against Cyril Gane, and we just get a good fight here in March. But like I said, this is some new stuff that we're gonna start doing with Combat and Kick It. I want to start looking at old fights, going back and checking them out, because I don't know, I thought that was pretty fun. I enjoyed that, and the more we do, the better it's gonna be. So I appreciate you if you sat through and watched this video. I really do. I appreciate you if you give me any type of support. If you follow me on Instagram, if you subscribe, even if you don't even watch the videos, if you subscribe, all that kind of stuff, I just appreciate it, man. I really, really do. So thank you to everybody that pays attention. Hopefully you continue to. Hopefully I can continue to grab your attention. And I'm going to keep posting as much content as I can, and I'm going to stay as consistent as I can. So please continue to hit the like. Continue to tell people about it, you know. Hit me up on Instagram. Let's talk fights. Let's do our thing. And like I said, I appreciate it. I'll catch you guys on the next episode. You already know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.